What's up, Average Dad fans? Welcome back to another video, and today is, well, it's an exciting one. I have here the Vivo X Fold. Couple of things I want to shout out and mention right at the top of the video. I ordered the Vivo X Fold from Wanda Mobile. I have used Wanda Mobile a couple of times before, and they're a 5 out of 5 stars, a 10 out of 10 rating for me. Their customer service, the speed of delivery, the products, the price, everything is just phenomenal. I have done a previous Wanda Mobile video, a dedicated one, I believe, when I bought the Mi 11 Ultra. That's been getting quite a few views, loads of comments from that. Happy to respond, and I can see that quite a few people have been buying their device based on the back of my video. So this is, I guess, a follow-up to how good Wanda are, but also its own separate thing. With regards to the speed of delivery, and this isn't sponsored by Wanda, but speed of delivery, I ordered it last week. It was meant to come tomorrow, but it arrived a day early. FedEx priority special delivery. I think it cost me £7. Unbelievable. So before I start talking about the device, I'm just going to tell you what I'm using at the moment. I am going to drop a review on this ZTE Axon 40 Ultra quite soon. To recap, to summarise, spoiler alert, great phone, great price, just missing certain things that this phone isn't. The phone I rock mostly, the Samsung S22 Ultra. Love this device, but both of these can sling their hook, because what I'm here to talk about is this, the Vivo X Fold, a China only phone. Important to note, this will only be available in China. You can import it to any country, but it will only come from China, which means it is Chinese ROM. However, it comes in multiple languages, and Wanda pre-install all the Google Play Store, Google Play apps, Google Pay works, so it will function just like any other phone. You do get 5G. Most bands are supported, but just double check the description before you buy, because it's not cheap. The Vivo X Fold, 512GB of storage, 12GB of RAM, came in at £1,460-ish. I'll pop that up on the screen because I can't remember exactly. So it is a big price to pay. However, important to note, when I unbox this phone, keep in mind this is £200 to £300 cheaper than the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 that is about to be released. So just keep that in mind when I unbox this. Let's go. So as mentioned, the Vivo X Fold comes in a few colours, China only variant, but what's in the box? Well, first things first, let's just take note of this actual box. A lovely faux leather material, and you can tell this box doesn't just contain a phone, there's a lot of goodies in here, so without further ado, let's go. I need to calm down here. I'm a bit excited. I know this is going to be my daily driver. I know this is going to be one of the best phones I've ever had, so I'm excited, and it's hard for me to do this, but I'm going to pop it to the side just for 1 second. So in the box, you get the device, and then here you can see there's actually a pull tab. I should also shout out that Alcantara, so like your nice posh seats or your roof lining if you've got a nice premium car, that Alcantara all round outside, just premium, that's all I'm after. I'm only going to shout out companies that provide more than just a phone and a cable in a box, and I'm certainly going to highlight and shout out Vivo for this presentation. So as mentioned, there is a pull tab which actually houses a drawer, and in that drawer there's a few hidden surprises, all keeping the same shape and colour for that beautiful design language. Now in here, having watched a few Chinese unboxings, I know exactly what is in here. So I've got my Vivo VIP card. It's essentially your warranty card. If anything goes wrong with the phone, you can get in contact with them. However, I did mention Chinese only phone, so I wonder if I'll have any luck with that. You also have manual and some ejection tool, and that's what you get in this little part. Had I hoped to get some form of bumper case included? Yes, but you don't. You can, believe it or not, find Vivo X Fold cases on Amazon, just like you can find everything, including a kitchen sink, I guess, on Amazon, so that's good. Now, underneath the package I just showed you is a quite long USB-C to USB-C cable, which obviously helps because you do get included in the box an 80 watt USB-C dual charger. Now this charging brick can actually charge 2 phones at 40 watts or 2 devices at 40 watts, doesn't have to be phones, one at 20, one at 60, or one device at 80 watts. I should also shout out that this is a Chinese wall wart, so what one to do, free of charge, they throw in an adapter. For the UK or the EU, whichever region you live in, they will throw in a free adapter. Very kind of them. Now, the adapter doesn't cost much money, guys, but it's not about that. It's about the fact that when you get this device, it's pre-installed with the apps. It comes with an adapter, which means it's ready to go straight away. No faffing around ordering stuff from Amazon or other places. Really like that. And then finally, in here, something, I'll be straight up, I'm never going to use this because I don't use them, but wired earphones. USB-C, there's no dongle in here, so they just plug into the phone. Obviously, the device itself doesn't have a 3.5mm head jack. Those are kind of things of the past or reserved for budget phones. But you do get headphones included, so if you're in a pinch and you need some USB-C headphones, these ones will do. And that's your unboxing. Super happy with everything that's included in there. I will try and put everything away as I found it for now, so you can all have a laugh at me trying to make sure everything fits. Oh my gosh, first time. So let's put the box lid back on, and the moment you've all been waiting for, the device. The Vivo X Fold. Yeah, look at that camera bump. This is another, this is just an unboxing with showing you and telling you a little bit of specs, but the biggest selling point about the Vivo X Fold, unlike the Oppo Find N and the Galaxy Z Fold, is they've taken the camera system straight from the X Note, essentially, mostly the camera system from the X70 Pro Plus, which is a proper flagship device, which means it brings flagship cameras, including a periscope zoom lens, to a foldable phone. Only Huawei have done that previously, and even I can't try and sell you a Huawei in the European or UK market, not with them being at odds with Google. So I went for the blue variant. It does come in grey and I believe black. I've gone blue because it pops a bit more, and it's a faux vegan leather, or it is faux leather but vegan leather. Vivo branding, very minimalist. The front screen is 6.5 inches at 120 Hz LTPO technology, 1 Hz all the way to 120. The other good thing about this is, and if I bring my S22 Ultra here, the front screen is essentially just like a normal candy bar phone in your hand. Unlike the Z Fold and the Find N's a much smaller footprint, the Z Fold's a much thinner footprint. This is just a candy bar phone when you hold it like this. Weight wise, it's 311 grams, there or thereabouts. And yes, it's a heavy device, but you're certainly not going to need to work out too much in order to use it. Inside, we have an 8.03 inch 120 Hz LTPO screen as well. Resolution wise, nearly QHD, FHD plus is what I believe on the inside, and QHD on the outside. Now what's cool about the hinges, it's actually spring loaded, so when you open it slightly it does spring out a bit, but you can adjust the viewing angles to suit however you like. I really like that. Now we've talked about how premium and expensive the device is. I just want to clarify, this was just under £1,500, so about €1,600 or $1,750, but you get what you pay for. You're getting those two premium screens, both on the outside and inside, aluminium hinge, vegan leather back, aluminium all round, it's USB-C, and to be honest, I would pay an extra £100 or £200 on any phone that offered the slider. This alert slider goes way underrated, but to be able to just quickly move your phone to vibrate, silent or ring with a little switch on the side, I want it on every phone. Samsung, take note. Bring it to your phones. Apple have something similar, but I like the slider rather than the switch. Now, let's talk about them. The cameras. There's a quad camera setup on here, a 50 megapixel wide, 48 megapixel ultra wide, a 12 megapixel 2x telephoto lens. I believe it's 12 megapixel, I need to check that, it might be 16. But then, which you don't get on other devices, an 8 megapixel 5x optical periscope zoom lens on a folding phone. How Samsung and Oppo and others can't incorporate this into their flip or folding phones, I have no idea. The phones are just as thick, well obviously they fold so they're thicker than other devices, but it can be done. Now we do have that Zeiss branding on the camera module. This has got the Zeiss T-Star coating. Now you can watch my Vivo X80 Pro review and you'll see how good the cameras are. I'll pop that up in the card above and in the description. So yes, this is the Vivo X Fold. I will turn it on just to show you that screen lighting up. As always, it will have juice. As you can see, the Vivo branding there. I'm beyond excited to use this. I'm actually going to keep it closed just now while it opens up. So there we go, the phone has booted up. You'll notice straight away, that, look at that screen, but also you'll notice no biometrics. I haven't set this phone up yet. Because Wanda have already pre-installed the apps, what they do is they leave the phone unlocked with no biometrics in it or PIN or password or anything. They leave that up to you to set. When you get the device, do not reset it, because you'll reset it back to factory settings and you won't have any of the Google apps or Google Play Store. What you'll have to do is go in and download the Google Play Store again. Now again, look at that phenomenal screen. And what Vivo do very well is if I just swipe up here, they keep whatever's on that screen in the middle screen, or the main screen I guess you want to call it, but you can change, you don't have to mirror the device. There's also numerous features about this phone software wise that I'm not going to get into here. That has just been the unboxing of the Vivo X Fold here in the UK. It works fantastically, I'm assuming. I mean, I've not actually got to use it yet, but I've watched enough Chinese, Spanish, Italian, and Greggles TV is the channel that sold me most on the X Fold. While he's not the biggest fan of the software, he does make the point that it's more in the US. In the EU and the UK, we are kind of supported more when it comes to our software, our networks, our bands, our 5G, as opposed to some parts of the US. So I'm hoping that my software experience will be slightly better. But I mean, straight away, I just want to highlight when I lock the screen, this is a folding phone, but you will be very, very hard pushed to find any crease on this device. I can tell you now, when I run my finger across it, there's this slightest bump in the middle. That is actually one of the most impressive things about this wonderful device. Now, I'm going to drop a software video. I will drop obviously a long-term, short-term review. I'm actually going to drop quite a lot of videos on this, and that's not something I would regularly do. If you look back at my channel, I've reviewed over 50 phones in the last 18 months. I tend to just do a review. Some phones will get a first impressions, but why I want to do more on this is because I struggled to find, other than Greggles TV and one or two others, the Gadget Girl, the Gadget Queen, I can't remember, I'll link her down in the description once I find her, but they're the only kind of two people, both based in the US, that done some really good reviews and some tips, and this girl also had some cases that she used as well, so I will link down below. But what I want to do is I want to give you my UK perspective, and first impressions are wow. Thanks very much for watching. Catch you again soon.